The Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, is a failed drag queen. And it's very important to remember that. Because back in the day, he used to be a never Trump guy. And then he went off to Peter Thiel's gay camp and came back as a yassified Nazi. And he came back with one detail that he cannot seem to get rid of. And I've been saying for a long time, I think he's dying to start popping a smoky eye. Well, yesterday, J.D. Vance had so much eyeliner on. And I want to remind everybody, this is the Vice President of the United States from the alpha male MAGA party. Put up the clip.
Some acknowledgement of all the honored guests here. I can't, of course, call everybody out. I have to say thank you to Ashley and Brett Kavanaugh, Justice of the Supreme Court, and his wife for being here.
Of course, he's thanking the beer drinker Kavanaugh, but this is about that heavy eyeliner. We're getting dangerously close, you guys. I mean, a couple of news cycles away from the smoky eye being just on full display. That's just about as bad as I've seen it. But I think that bullying these conservatives and humiliating them is starting to work because they are thin-skinned titty babies. As I reported earlier, Elon Musk had a crying fit in the Oval Office, which is why Trump provided an infomercial for his Tesla cars on the lawn of the White House. But people like comedians like Bill Burr are going after him. Everybody online is going after him. We're not going to buy these swastika cars. And I want you to hear comedian Bill Burr in attack mode right here.
Idiot Elon Musk.
Oh,
that guy, like he's going to, like, who evidently is a Nazi. Like, I just refuse to believe that it was an accidental 2-time Sieg Heil. And he does it at a presidential inauguration. This is why I hate liberals. It's like liberals have no teeth whatsoever. They just go, oh my God, can you believe I'm getting out of the country? I'm just like, well, you're going to leave the country because of one guy with dyed hair plugs and a laminated face who makes a bad car and has an obsolete, social media platform. You're going to leave this. Why doesn't he leave? Why isn't he stopped? What are we so afraid of this guy who can't fight his way out of a wet paper bag?
You can take him on.
Like, what is the, why do liberals just sit back and not, they have nothing?
What are you doing?
This.
Okay.
This.
All right.
You got to.
This is what we can be doing until there are mass marches organized. Go find that, get a burner account, retweet it, regram it, repost it. They've got an entire Russian bot farm. But Seth, go back to the first one. This is why Elon Musk is melting down so bad. And so I didn't think about this, but Patrick Tomlinson tweets, if Tesla's stock drops far enough, the bank loans Elon took out to buy Twitter lose their collateral and get called back immediately, which is why Elon is panicking, Trump is panicking, and their shadow backers are all panicking. This is why we had the used car lot, the Tesla car lot in the White House lawn. And Trump is giving everybody a discount code as their 401ks plummet. And he picks fights with our allies having trade wars while everybody's losing their money so that the oligarchs and these crackhead con men can cling on to power. But Congress is starting to get riled up too. I want you to listen to this righteous anger from Congressman John Larson.
Where's the independence of the committee? Where's the legislature? We're an equal branch of government. And you start off with a blather, and yet look at the empty seats here. Where's Elon Musk?
Okay.
I'm sure he's a genius.
So where is Elon Musk? And as I reported earlier, he plays video games and then he tweets and calls real people, real Americans that served in the Navy and were astronauts and now are U.S. senators. When they go support democracy in Ukraine, he tweets to them that they are traitors. And I want to remind everybody that this man was born in South Africa, came over here on kind of sketchy visa programs, and has now been subsidized by our taxpayer money to the tune of tens of billions of dollars. And he has the audacity to not show up at Congress. And then Trump has the audacity to say to every single one of us, we need to cherish him. He's a patriot. Are you serious? Let's take a look at more blatant billionaire corruption. Seth? Okay. Elon Musk has told the White House he plans to give $100 million to President Trump's political operation per Axios. And Evan Love's Wharf retweets that and put, Elon immediately paid off Trump for doing a Tesla commercial. This might be the most obvious quid pro quo in history. This is the era in America for white collar crimes. It is rampant. It is insane. And all of these supporters of Trump's are sitting there freebasing Fox News, going to his online flea market, buying all this crap, these riffraffs, knickknacks that they cannot afford, while these billionaires are so blatantly incompetent, blatantly anti-democratic, and blatantly corrupt. Next up, I want to segue over to the way legacy media holds MAGA to one standard, which is no standard. MAGA can do anything they want with impunity when it comes to legacy media. But listen to the CNN clip and how the CNN anchor goes after Senator Tina Smith for what I think is a child's play tweet. Watch this.
A bad language, curse word, expletive alert here ahead of this. You said, this is the ultimate dick boss move from Musk, except he isn't even the boss. He's just a dick. And then you followed that up with, I'm on the side of the workers, not the billionaire asshole bosses. And you've seen the polls. Democratic voters want more from your party. They want to see you opposing Trump in a more fulsome way. So, I mean, I ask you this sincerely. Do you, what's the value in that kind of language and communication? Is that the best way to communicate the stakes of the moment that the country's in?
Brianna, the value in that is simple. When they fight for us, we fight for them. And we need our leadership to use strong words. The other side is literally doing Nazi salutes. It is blatant, open air corruption that we are all seeing. It is bending the knee to the weakest Russian situation that Vladimir Putin has ever put that country in. And Senator Tina Smith calls Elon Musk a dick, and he is a dick, and he treats people horribly, and he has meltdowns in the Oval Office. And this is your question, and I want every Democratic politician to hear me do more of this. When you fight for us, we will fight for you. If you're going to go do podcasts with Steve Bannon, we're not going to fight for you, Gavin Newsom. Tina Smith, we'll all get behind you for doing this. We need to bully these fuckers. They're coming after our country. They want to take people's Social Security, Medicare. They're starting trade wars with Europe, Canada, Mexico, and we're voting with North Korea, Iran, China. Are you serious? And that's the question you ask her. The question should be more, how much did your constituents value that you stood up to Elon Musk and fought for them? I'm so sick of the double standard. I am so sick of how MAGA does all of this shit with impunity, and shame on legacy media. I mean, I can't even take it. You have a man at the top of the ticket that said on tape, I want to grab him by the pussy and I can do it because I'm famous. And then we could just go down the list. He even said he was falling in love with Kim Jong-un. He basically, gives Vladimir Putin a hand job every chance he can get on camera. And you're going after Tina Smith like that? Give me a break. Senator Smith, you fight for us, we will fight for you. Keep at it. Keep tweeting. Keep posting like that. I'm telling you, you are hitting America where we want to be hit. We want to know that you're fighting for us because we know that Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and Vladimir Putin are not fighting for us. It is as clear as the nose on our faces. Next up, the FBI is criminalizing Habitat for Humanity. Dan Winslow tweets, the FBI is moving to criminalize groups like Habitat for Humanity for receiving grants from the Environmental Protection Agency under the Biden administration. Citibank revealed in court filing Wednesday that it was told to freeze the group's bank accounts at the FBI's request. And I just want to remind everybody, these are the Christian nationalists. These are the what would Jesus do people. And they're going after Habitat for Humanity so that Elon Musk can become a trillionaire. Think about how emasculating all of that is. It's just, it's breathtaking, the corruption. And then I want to leave you all with something from the archives. And here is MAGA's Alina Habba. And nobody lacks self-awareness as much as MAGA does, which is why senators like Tina Smith, Bernie Sanders, comedians like Bill Burr, platforms like ours, we need to keep pushing, because they're so easy to make fun of. These people are pathetic. They are completely corrupt and breathtakingly anti-intellectual and breathtakingly anti-democratic, and they worship one of the most disgusting human beings on the planet, Donald Trump. Watch this clip from the 2024 campaign.
President Trump also has another love: music. A few years ago, he wanted me to hear a new song he had selected for an upcoming rally. I could hear it blaring in the background at Mar-a-Lago. He landed on a song called Hold On, I'm Coming.
Okay. Imagine any other Democratic politician and one of their sycophant, psycho crackhead lawyers saying something like that about Barack Obama. I do not think there are enough nurses in the United States of America that could treat the escalating resting heart rate that would happen to all of MAGA. They would lose their fucking minds, which brings me back to the grotesque double standard that so many people go along with. You have legacy media that goes along with it, where there's always this deference to the patriarchy and to the white Christian nationalists. But the Democrats have to be perfect all the time. And I say we the people stop that shit. Let's bully the shit out of these people. It's working with Elon Musk. We need to tank that Tesla brand, and we need to keep exposing Trump for the incompetent con man that he is with his online flea market. This is the most white trash, corrupt presidency I have ever seen. It is an absolute disgrace. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. We'll see you all later.